today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're counting down our picks for the most volatile and totally dysfunctional bands in the history of music.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad.
Number 10. Mötley Crüe. Mötley Crüe was never trying to be anything other than the rock and roll bad boys they were at their core. Drugs and egos rarely mixed well, and Crüe were so absorbed in their lifestyle that one of their biggest hits, Kickstart My Heart, may have been written about a drug mishap suffered by bassist Nikki Sixx. He was declared clinically dead and needed to be brought back by 2 adrenaline shots. The band actually jointly went into rehab just before dropping their biggest album, Dr. Feelgood, but tensions never did fully heal, leading to Neil leaving the band in 1992. They reformed a few times in the years ever since, but a band like this was always destined to burn out fast, rather than fade away. Number 9. Black Sabbath. Every member of Black Sabbath probably pushed their partying a little too heavy from time to time, but lead singer Ozzy Osbourne was in a different league. In fact, he was playing a different sport. These British heavy metal pioneers had a near-perfect run of 6 amazing albums to kick off their career, but substance use disorder eventually knocked them off course, forcing them to fire the completely out-of-control Ozzy and replace him with Ronnie James Dio. When they all got a little older and calmed down, the original lineup did eventually regroup, playing their final show in July 2025. But in their prime, they were as wild as can be. And yes, Ozzy did have a successful solo career where he once bit the head off a live bat on stage. Yeah, that totally happened. Number 8. Sex Pistols.
The fascist regime made you a moron.
If you want to burn as brightly as the Sex Pistols did, don't expect to have an especially long career in music. They were already a pretty chaotic group of musicians in their original lineup, but when bassist Sid Vicious joined after Glenn Matlock got the boot, things went in a totally different direction. Johnny Rotten was already a wild and totally unpredictable frontman, but the undeniable edge brought by Vicious changed things. The band started to implode. Constant fights, on and off stage, substance use problems, and tension with their manager Malcolm McLaren led to this group rising and falling within just 3 short years. Neither Vicious nor his girlfriend Nancy Spungen would live to see their 22nd birthdays. Number 7. Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd have been bickering amongst themselves for decades now, or to be more exact, Roger Waters has been bickering with all of the rest of the band.
I'm alright, Jack. Keep your hands off of my stack.
Their original band leader, Syd Barrett, had a pretty infamous mental breakdown, leaving the band just before they truly hit it big. And so, with Waters now at the helm, he was forced to contend with another generational musician in the group, David Gilmour, on guitar. Money issues, creative differences, and some really nasty personal jabs have been the story of Pink Floyd for years now. And though they did reunite for a worthy cause in 2005 at Live 8, they're more used to seeing each other in court these days.
All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
Number 6. Eagles. The Eagles are the poster boys for how not to run a balanced rock band. Though they created a highly successful string of hit records, power struggles between members were a constant problem. Glenn Frey was the natural leader of the group at first, and eventually Don Henley grew into that role that allowed him to have a similar level of power. But things between members were always tense.
Living it up at the Hotel California.
As for Don Felder trying to ensure that the band get a fair split of their profits, it was enough to get him fired. These guys eventually just hated each other, right up until Glenn Frey's death, where they seemingly made peace enough to perform together and pay tribute to their former frontman. Number 5. The Beatles. The Beatles might not have had the wild substance use disorder issues and onstage fights of some of their contemporaries in the Chaos department, but what they did have was the most well-documented internal songwriting rivalry to ever grace music. Along with a third wheel in George Harrison, who would only truly blossom as an artist when he got away from his bandmate friends. John Lennon and Paul McCartney loved each other very much, but their relationship was as intense as can be. And when they finally imploded, both men blamed each other, or did nothing to dispel the idea that Yoko Ono was responsible.
Don't let me down.
They even started arguing over who wrote certain songs in their catalog, a sad end for a legendary creative partnership. Number 4. The Beach Boys. The Beach Boys were a family band, with brothers Brian, Carl, and Dennis Wilson being joined by cousin Mike Love and managed by their father Murray, plus their friend Al Jardine.
First mate, he got drunk, broke in the captain's drum.
However, just because they shared blood doesn't mean they were immune to tension. Band leader Brian Wilson and Mike Love had quite a lot, actually. Love gets a bad rap from the fans, but he was supposedly left out of a lot of songwriting credits he felt he should have gotten. Arguments between him and Brian Wilson were becoming more common as the lead singer's mental health began to unravel due to exhaustion and substance use disorder.
I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitation.
Number 3. Guns N' Roses. Who wouldn't find it difficult to work with a guy like Axl Rose? No band was as reliable for showing up to gigs late as GNR. Rose, to this day, carries himself like a god on earth, and it's no wonder that this band has had 24 different members since they began. Axl was just an abrasive character, and his relationship with iconic guitarist Slash genuinely seemed beyond the point of fixing, until they somehow patched things up decades after he initially left the band. Guns N' Roses have been nearly as unpredictable as the state of Axl Rose's singing voice on any given night. Number 2. Fleetwood Mac. Romance was the real catalyst and the undeniable killer when it came to Fleetwood Mac's extremely chaotic time in the spotlight.
When the rain washes you clean, you'll know.
Though originally led by Mick Fleetwood, Peter Green, and John McVie, the band would really find musical magic after Green left, thanks to the additions of Christine McVie, Lindsey Buckingham, and his then-girlfriend, Stevie Nicks.
But you won't forget me.
However, the relationships between Buckingham and Nicks, as well as John and Christine McVie, were falling apart by the time their legendary album Rumors came out. They were all basically taking shots at each other in song lyrics and fighting backstage. There was violence, infidelity, and more. Fleetwood Mac is the band many think of first when dysfunctionality is brought up. The gold standard in many ways. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Van Halen, the band that was always destined to fall apart.
Well, jump, jump. Go ahead, jump.
The Kinks. Brothers Ray and Dave Davies were constant thorns in each other's sides.
You really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me.
Simon and Garfunkel. Childhood friends grew to really resent one another.
Unless you please, Mrs. Robinson, heaven holds a place for those who pray.
The Smashing Pumpkins. Billy Corgan seems like a pretty tough guy to work with. The Libertines. Substance use issues and a highly intense relationship at the center of it all.
Now you know that the time is come, and they said it would never come for you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Oasis.
I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
There's an argument that the brothers Gallagher, Noel and Liam, were the last true rock stars to emerge from Britain in recent decades. These guys are not the type to sit down and iron out problems with care and understanding. They have had onstage fights, drunken blowouts, substance problems, and one of the biggest and most shocking breakups of the era.
She knows it's too late as we're walking on by.
Sure, as of 2025, they have finally put aside their issues and started a world tour for a boatload of cash, but every single Oasis fan will be nervously hoping that nothing kicks off between these two again. Because with Liam and Noel, it only takes one of them to start a real problem. Hopefully age has mellowed them out a little. But which band do you wish could have put aside their differences and stayed on course? Let us know in the comments section below.